What's going on YouTube? Is Donnie B all day, and today I have another versus, and today it's by a couple of heavyweights. You have the SE6 and the Ontario Rat freaking 7. Now the SE actually comes with a molded sheath, doesn't come looking like this. Obviously this is my own doing. This one comes with a really shitty nylon sheath. This little eBay special right here does the freaking trick. And it doesn't come like this. This is obviously my own doing. But since I'm not using the crappy stock sheath for this, we are not going to compare sheaths because that would be unfair since that one didn't come with it. So here we have the battle of two of the greatest survival knives on the planet. The SE comes in at 11 and I want to say 1/4 inches long with a 6.5 inch blade. This one is 12.2 and 7.2 respectively, so you're looking at, you know, about an inch longer on the Rat 7. Same blade thickness, same blade material. You're both using 1095, both made in the USA, both designed by the same people. In 2002, Ontario hired these two guys from SE, from Randall's Adventure and Training, to design the Rats. And so Randall's Adventure and Training, who changed their name eventually to SE, and I think it still says Randall's Adventure Training right there. This is Rat. This is what the Rat knife was named because the designers over at Randall's designed this knife for Ontario. So ever since then, there's been, like, you know, oh well, which one's better? Which, you know, which one's first? Chicken or the egg type thing. But I'll tell you what, even though they're designed by the same people, I have to tell you that the SE is just better. Normally we'll go through everything before I tell you that, but it's just better. The coating on the blade, you can see that rough texture. It's just a really thick, strong coating. This is a very, very good coating. It's a little smoother, which is good for batoning and whatnot, but the coating does wear off faster on this knife. You can see it's starting to wear off there, and you can see by the wear, I don't know, maybe you can't, I actually use both of these a lot. This isn't today, this is all the time. So both have Lindy McCarta grips, and here's the thing, people think that these are the exact same knife. They're like, oh, why buy one? Or why buy both? They're the exact same. Not true. The handle, those scales on the SE are so much better done than the ones on the Ontario. That being said, don't start thinking that I'm telling you that this is bad, because no way is this bad. This knife is phenomenal. The problem is it's being battled against a knife that's one step higher, right? So here's the thing, the scales here are molded really well. They're very well rounded, very well grinded out. They have these awesome red scales, take away shock. There is no scales here. And even with the scales, see if you can see it, the Ontario is still much fatter. And the problem is it's much more squared. A lot like the Buck 124, a lot of people have problems because it's big and square. That's the problem with you're gonna have with this if you have small hands. If you have 10 1/4 inch hands, then this actually fits pretty well. So for me personally, those sharp corners fit right in the folds of my hand, and it actually works. This one, however, being rounded yet still not round, so it's not going to spin in your hand, is just more comfortable. And if you have smaller than 10 inch hands, you are going to love this a lot, and I mean a lot more. Both use the same system for pins. There are little stars on both sides. Both are choiled. Both are jimped. Now here's the thing. This one's a bigger knife with a smaller choil. Don't understand that. This choil, while it's not like the Steel Will Roamer where it has that big beautiful choil, this one has a choil that even for big hands, this choil works. This choil, when I put my finger in there, my finger is right up against this little edge right here, because the edge comes all the way down. That's filed all the way through and you can feel it. Now both are 90. This one would be a little bit easier to strike spark with just because it's smoother, but once you start rubbing on a ferro rod anyway, you're gonna wear off a little spot of that coating and boop boop boop, you'll be fine. I mean, the steel is the steel. You can't say, you know, 1095 is better than this 1095. It's the same 1095. However, heat treat on the ESEE is just better. You're less likely to get a ding, a chip, a fold, a roll, anything like that than you will on this one. Are you likely to get one on this one? No. This blade is badass. They do a great freaking job. As far as the grip going forward for protection, there's no hand guard. However, this little roll right here, this little finger groove, this notch or finger guard it is, on both knives is substantial and fantastic. You will not slip through there to get to the edge with your finger because they're awesome. So if you're concerned about having a knife that's 1 inch longer, definitely go with this. If you have Mondo hands, then and you like square blades, I mean square grips, go with this. If you want, you know, possibly and arguably the best survival knife on the planet, go with this. Both are lanyard hold, both are hammer end, and they look exactly like the shape of the handle, aside from this one being square, is pretty much exactly like again, this one's just a big thick block right here, where this one is really well contoured and rounded. But enough talking about this crap. Let's go put them through a little bit of and we'll get going. Come on. All right, so we're gonna take down these aluminum cans. Up first, I'm gonna use the Ontario. I'm gonna cruise right through this guy right here. Well, we should anyway. And we did. That is very little effort, just a quick swing, quick slice. Now, I did cave in part of the can, but who knows, maybe that was more me, not the knife, because this edge is sharp. Let's, oh, I almost just swung it again. Let's go to the ESEE here. All right, so same thing, quick swing. Hello. All right, so that one just felt a little better. It was a little cleaner, a little more smooth going through. Obviously, you can see there's no big folding like there was on that one. But both fantastic. Now, I have used these for a long time. Oh, I don't have any hair left, really. But I know that this one is still shaved sharp because last week I took off some hair. This one, I haven't done that in a while. Let me see if I can... let's see if we can move you guys here. Let's see, you're going to come for a walk with me. I still have some hair in places. So let's see if we can't remove some of that. Man, I've been using this knife for a long time. So let's see. Alright, well, I do have some hairs right here on the ESEE. I was able to pull some up. It's a wet blade right now, so it's a little tougher. But the ESEE, after all the use I put it through, and I put about equal use through these guys. I do carry this one more in the woods than I do this one. But this one, the edge just holds up a little bit better than this one. This one is an awesome knife. Awesome, 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 awesome. Better. So, let's keep going. Alright, so I know like in the late 80s or early 90s, it was really cool to rock the vote. Well, today we're going to rock the pallet. So, we're going to start Ontario Rat 7. We're just going to take out a few chunks, and this thing, I'm talking, the bite you get with this is just fantastic. I mean, fantastic. It makes very, very short work of this hard pallet. Let's stick that in there, take out this one, and we are going to have pretty much the exact same result when it comes time to chopping this pallet. There, I mean, let's see if I'm getting, yeah, they're pretty much exactly equal. But of course it comes down to, you know, is there any problems with the edge? And let's see, I'm gonna look over really fine here. None on the Essie. And let's see, I got a little tiny right there. I don't know if you guys are gonna be able to see it. Let's see. It's really, really small, but where my finger is, there's a little tiny chip right there. I think you could see it maybe. But anyway, it's so small that that's gonna come out with a stone. And honestly, that's the first time I've ever chipped this blade. Funny how that works. Use it all the time in a video. I freaking get a little tiny chip. That bothers me because, you know, I've never had a chip in this blade before. All right, let's keep going. Okay, so I recently came back from a trip out in the woods. I was out in Vermont, did a little hiking, camping, and I didn't come across too many pallets. What I did come across was logs and whatnot that I had to chop. So I will show you. This one's actually got mold on it. Imagine that. I will show you the chopping of a log rather than a pallet, and you can see right away, I mean right away, this thing is just taking out chunks. I mean, is it a hatchet? No, but this thing's gonna get through there a lot faster than, you know, the kitchen knife. So let's get rid of that. We'll go right to this. We'll turn that a little bit, get a fresh spot, and just like, am I getting you in there? Yeah. Just like the Ontario, I mean, you'd never guess that there was a size difference the way this swings. And again, let's check not just the edge, but I want to check the coating. And I'll tell you what, man, there isn't a smudge or a rub or anything on that coating, and this edge is just immaculate. Now, we already know that there was a chip in this one, so we're going to avoid that. However, I can see something else, and let's see. All right, so it doesn't look like there's any more edge damage. The only other thing that happened was right, let's see if we can get it in there, right here, took out, yeah, I think you can see that, took out a bunch of the coating. See that? Remember I was telling you earlier how the coating on the Essie is just better? This one, just by doing that, I was starting to lose some coating. Now the coating was getting thin on this from usage, so it's finally, I guess, reaching its breaking point. Over here I was already starting to lose some, but it just comes off a little faster on the rat, and some of that might have just been pieces of wood because it looks like it's flaking off a little bit. Yeah, it wasn't that bad. It's not as bad as I thought it was. It's just literally like just right here where, oh man, get me out of the shade there, where the coating is starting to rub up. So not too shabby. The coating is still holding on. That wasn't as bad as I thought. Let's go check balance and tightness of the scales. Okay, here we are at the stump. We are going to do some 4-foot drops. Just going to let it go straight down. We're going to see the balance of these two knives. We'll see how well they drop. That one fairly straight, that one pretty straight. Let's try again one more time. See if we can't. So that one leaning just a little bit. That one's leaning a little bit. I mean, they're both doing the same thing. They fall pretty well. The weight, it should be, we'll do this proper, should be around that first lug on the SE, and it is. It's right at the back of the first lug, and I'm feeling like every time I grab this Ontario, I'm almost feeling a shift, so I think I need to tighten down the scales. When I wiggle it, I don't feel anything, but every now and then I pick it up and I feel a little something. All right, so let's check the balance. And if you're gonna check the balance, you can do it on a finger like this, but your finger is gonna manipulate some of it, so you're not gonna be dead accurate. Best thing to do is on the spine of another blade. Let's see, that's how you're gonna get the most accurate. And the balance point is actually just about in the exact same place. You know, it's a longer knife, but even though it's designed the same, it's longer on both areas equally. So it's actually the balance point, it's right on. It should be right there anyway. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna throw it into the wood, and we're gonna see if that loosens up these scales any. That's one, that's two. Now let's see. All day long, all day strong. Now you can, I don't know, man, let me see if I can turn that around for you guys. Watch the flex in this SE. Look at that, look at that fucking flex in the blade. Let's try this. And it's less flex, but there's flex. Oh man, those are in there. Damn fine. So did the scales loosen up any? No, I mean, I could do that all day long. It's going to be good. Now, both of these blades you can pry with. I just showed you that there's flex. I mean, shit, if I need to climb a tree, I could do that with these. But both are fantastic as far as just their overall toughness. Let's see. Got some vacuum cleaner hose, and we have an SE6. So let's see. Right there, it just goes through, no problem. We have a Rat 7. Right there, no problem. So, hard rubber, no problem. Let's see if we can slice through. Absolutely clean, no problem. Let's see. Take the SE, same thing. Absolutely clean, no problem. Both are fantastic. There's no tip wear, there's no edge damage, there's no warping or bowing. Just fantastic. I'm wondering if the Ontario might be a little thicker, but I can't tell. It's kind of, if it is, it's really small amount. But let's go do some more stuff. All right, got a couple things more that we can do. Let's see. We'll do a little batoning here. This is the SE6. Let's see, I'm on a bad balance here. No freaking problem. Let's go through one more time. Man, if I'll tell you what, if I had it sitting on something solid, it'd be a little better. And even so, that just cruises through. So that's your SE6 right there. Now we have the Rat 7 by Ontario. And let's see. Here we go. And we're coming down on that. And again, it's just, the problem isn't the blade. The problem is I'm balancing it on a little log here, just sliding all over the place. But just like the SE, the Ontario is not having too many problems going through these logs here. What am I, fucking Captain Kirk all of a sudden? Not having too many problems going through the log. All right, so here we go. I mean, mainly what you want to check for after batoning is your edge to be doing this, to have warps. That's the main thing batoning is going to do to a blade. Besides, if you have like a rat tail, it's going to break. These are both full tank construction, not worried. But no warping, no damage, no warping, no damage. The edges are both still pristine. This one, of course, the Rat 7, having just that nick I got from the pallet, and that's it. There's no more damage to that. So far, so damn pretty good. Let's keep going. All right, so let's keep on going. Use this little Rat 7 here to shave in a quick point. And there we go. It's working, but I picked a really crappy piece of wood. Shaving in a point for pit spike, dead animal. Make an arrow, dead animal. Whatever you got to use it for, you're gonna kill something with this knife. Let's see. Take off some of the skin here. Oh, I took off too much. Let's see here. If you need to feather stick, things like that, just too easy. If you need to make notches either for a bow or tie downs and like that, too easy. You need to make a linking log notch for structure building or fire building. Fire building, you can use the side obviously for a structure you're going bigger, but there's just a small scaled version of the linking log notch you can make, and it would be very easy. So very, very nice when it comes to all that. We'll give the fat end here to the Yessie and make me work a little harder. So again, I mean, it's just cruising right through. Spike, arrow, spear, whatever you got to make. Let's get some of this down here. So pretty freaking simple. We need to do it. No, I didn't just steal the one from the other one. That's it. I'm talking easy freaking money, guys. Easy money. So again, we're gonna make some notches, because I know you guys are thinking to yourself, what would not be boring today? Oh, let's watch a guy make a notch in a freaking twig. All right, so notch is easy. We're gonna open that notch up, kind of double-sided linking log notch. And just like that, we have our linking log notch. Who cares? I know that's the boring stuff, but just awesome, 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 awesome. This is like Vader's lightsaber and Luke Skywalker's lightsaber going at it. Who wins? Who fucking cares? They're both awesome. They're just, oh, it's just fun to listen to them do them. All right, so let's keep going. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to chuck some shit. So let's go chuck some shit. We are going to start with the SE6. Pretty sweet. We're at 7. Pretty damn sweet, guys. That's no editing. One after another. 2 very, very good throws. Holy Jesus. Oh my gosh, and they were both in there. These are awesome. All right, let's go put them on a rack. All right, so as far as verses are concerned, this is probably one of my more fun, since I absolutely love both of these knives. As far as, is there a clear-cut winner? I have a winner. Without a doubt, I have a winner. Is it because one is lesser of a knife? No, one is just more of a knife. And that's saying something. I mean, I'm going to break it down like this, guys. As far as comfort, the grip on the SE6 is better than the grip on the Ontario. All not because of materials, since they're both using a Lincoln Micarta. It's not materials, it just comes down to contouring, you know, putting in the shape and putting in the work to make the shape happen. SE does a much better job. A build quality, SE puts in some liners to take away shock and make it just a better all, that's a real thing, a better overall feeling knife when in use. Does that mean the Rat 7 is a crappy knife to use? Hell no. It's great. So I'm not giving any negative bashing to that in that aspect. Coating. The coating on the SE is just a little bit stronger than the coating on the Rat. Here's something crazy. The Rat holds more staining than the SE, yet the SE is more gritty. So you'd think the SE would hold more crap, but it doesn't really. The Rat seems to have more things stick to it. I find that kind of odd. But let's go overall size. I like a big fat knife, so I'm giving size to Ontario just because it's just a little bit bigger. The choil on the SE is thought out more. It's carved a little bit bigger, you know, so you're gonna get less pinching on that finger if you're using the choil. The steel is both the same, however the heat treat is just better on the SE. When it comes to performance, can I say one performed better than the other? Yes, but only for this reason. The Ontario took a chip. So when it comes time to performance, they both performed equally, but the outcome of the performance was better on the SE. So when you come down to it and it's all said and done, which one would I recommend that you buy over the other? Because I would recommend you buy both. Over the other, I would say without a doubt in my mind, the SE6 is the better survival knife. It is just freaking awesome. I am Donnie B all day, and until next knife.